Hello everybody and welcome back to the CD Toledo Youth Academy Challenge on FM24. And the season's improved a little bit. It is still the transitional season, but it's youth intake day. This is what we all love to see. Yeah, I don't know what I'm expecting. We've got 3 A rating positions and then a lot of B's and C's and D's after that. So let's go and have a look, shall we? All together. Hello fellow managers, welcome back to the save. And we start on Miguel Moreno, who I think may have reached his peak last season. He has had a very underwhelming season for the 20-year-old. 22 appearances, 6 goals, 1 assist. He's really not kept up the levels of last season. We're not going to, write him off straight away. He is still very young at the age of 20, and I hope he hasn't peaked very early, but that season again is still standout. 32 appearances, 15 goals, 6 assists, 7.1. Nearly basically matched it last year, but given that we're pretty much towards the end of this season, it seems like he's had a bit of a downturn in goals and assists and average rating. So I'm hoping that he can improve that going into next season, because I don't think we're going to sell him. I still think we're going to keep him around. He is a very, very good player and is still our key player when you look at our club. So yeah, he's looking very, very good. Now, one thing I said I would go and do is go and do the stadium, and the stadium is now called Estadio Tres Culturas, which is Stadium 3 Cultures, because I couldn't put the whole name in that was recommended because it was too big. But what that has meant, and we've talked about the in-game editor before, but if I now go into, detail? Is it detail level? Not detail level. Is it preferences? Not preferences. Come out of that. Definitely don't want to go in there. Where is it? Game status. There it is. It will now say in-game editor allowed yes, because I set it up previously for the whole thing. In-game editor yes. Used yes, because that's how I changed the title of the stadium. It's much easier to do it that way than just do it through the setting up a config file. So there you go. I'm being brutally honest with you. It says yes, and that is why. So other than that, you've got to just believe me, I guess, that we haven't used it for anything else. Why would I? I'm doing this properly. I did it last year properly, and I'll probably do it next year properly as well. So there we go. But we do find ourselves 7th in the table, so it's not going dreadfully, but we are 8 points away from those coveted European places. So we do need Villarreal and Atletico Madrid potentially to have a bit of an implosion for us to find our way back into Europe next year. Levante have a game in hand, and they could leapfrog us by a point as well if they win it. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting end to the season for Toledo. As you can see, we're not really doing much other than picking up lots of yellow cards, with Liam Hollick and Dave Supreme getting on the yellow card list. But yeah, it's been a good season. The Champions League, we put up a mighty fine effort. We'll go and look at that in just a sec. But we last were together for the Carabao game at the beginning of December. Lots of games since then. A fantastic January. We beat Atletico Madrid, got smashed by Real Madrid in the Supercopa. Not fussed about that. Drew with Villarreal, beat Almeria, beat Amabretia, drew with Newcastle, beat Sevilla, beat Atletico Madrid in the Champions League, beat Ponferrada. So we only lost 1 game in January, which was in the Supercopa, which is fine. And then heading into February, started February, 2 losses, a little bit irritating. Girona, we beat them. Drew with Zaragoza, lost to Real Madrid. And then into the knockout phases of the Champions League in a very, very eventful game in Newcastle. 3-1 loss. They scored a late goal to make it 3-1. It was 67, 77, 79. We got a man sent off. Andrew Neeson getting sent off in the 61st. They got a man sent off in the 80th to make it 3-1. And then the return leg was 3-2. Miguel Moreno scored a hat-trick. Jeremy Pino, who has announced his retirement this year, got a goal. And Marwin Dolphin actually had the goal that decided the tie in the end in the 33rd minute, because they won that one on aggregate. 3-1 loss and then a 3-2 win, so a bit unlucky. But in between, we did beat Betis, drew 2-2 with Valencia afterwards, lost to Athletic Bilbao, who are incredibly good this season, beat Levante 6-1, absolutely smashing them, got smashed by Barcelona 6-0, and we've just beaten Osasuna 3-1 with some very, very lovely football being played, in fact, actually. Next up, but to end the season, we've got Celta Vigo, Villarreal, Valladolid, Malaga, Real Sociedad, Atletico Madrid. So not an incredibly difficult run-in, but there's some banana skins in there, and ending on Atletico Madrid could be pretty tough. But that game against Villarreal is the crucial one. That's the one we've got to win, to be honest. The under-19s are doing very, very well in their league again. They are first of their group, as they normally are. Absolutely smashing it. 5 points clear, 100 plus goal difference. They've scored 115 goals and only conceded 15. Yeah, they're doing very, very well indeed. So let's go and see who's going to be joining their ranks next year. And here we go. Clicking on the button, our annual youth candidate intake has arrived for assessment. This wonderfully talented group of players, led by Niels Granit, we could have the makings of a potential golden generation. So, okay, they're saying excellent. We've got Mikel Castillo, a goalkeeper, another goalkeeper. Niels Granit, attacking midfield, right up there as well, who is French. So that's a first non-Spaniard. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 top talents with one Gambian in there, which is nice to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 good talents, and then 2 decent talents in here as well. Now, last year's intake was absolutely brilliant, really good, and we haven't upgraded our head of youth development at all. It's still the same person. He seems to be bringing through very, very good players at the moment. So first up, Miguel Olivares. Half a star current ability, 2-star potential, although as we know they shouldn't really be trusted in their full nature, but good crossing, good bravery, good determination, good technique and good acceleration. He's a fairly sporting, technical young winger, so that's not too bad. Dribbling 9, passing 6, first touch 8. Yeah, he's not dreadful. On the cons, needs to work on his heading. He needs to be an effective aerial presence. He's not at the right level, but he can't be versatile, apparently. But he's good at crossing the ball. He's got a lot of pace, fairly sporting attitude, and lots of room to grow. So Miguel Oliveras, not too bad. Next up, Aitor Santos on the other wing, midfield left. 1-star current ability, 2-star potential. Good physicals, a light-hearted physical young winger. Pace, fitness, balance, agility and acceleration all looking very, very good. Aggression, determination and work rate are good. Love them, all 3 of those. Crossing 10, dribbling 6, first touch 9, passing 9 and technique 7 isn't dreadful. He's got a bit of a competitive streak. Not very good at marking. Not too fussed about that, to be honest, for a winger. And that's his weakness as well. However, he's versatile. He's got a fair amount of pace, a good light-hearted character, lots of room to grow, great acceleration, and very consistent. So he could grow into something potentially quite good. You never really know. That's not a bad start, to be honest. Right back, Pablo Pascal, 1-star current ability, 3-star potential. So, a casual technical young fullback. Tackling 14, crossing 12, aggression 12, teamwork 12, work rate 17, stamina 12, pace 11, fitness 12. Not bad at all. Needs to add consistency to his game. Yeah, not at the right level. His heading is crap. He needs to be an aerial presence, and he's casual and laid back who oozes calmness. Okay, can play in a couple of positions. Committed player, lots of room to grow, and works really hard for the team. Again, it's not dreadful. It's not a dreadful player to be bringing through. I'm not against it, to be honest. Left back, Miguel Sorro. 1-star current ability, 2.5-star potential. Work rate 14, teamwork 11, leadership 11, bravery 16. Great physical attributes in stamina, fitness, jumping reach, balance, agility, acceleration, all above 11. Pace 10 as well. You can cross 8, first touch 9, marking 7, passing 7, tackling 9, technique 11. Again, it's a really good base. I'm sort of... you can see my thought process at times, I think, in this save. It used to be like jumping reach and height when we were first really starting out to get those physical players that could dominate in the air, play sort of lower league football. Then it became trusting my assistant and using the star ratings and looking at personalities and stuff. And now I think I'm actually judging it more on how many pros and cons they've got and what the actual attributes tell me. But yeah, we'll see. Competitive streak here. He needs to do a better job when he's marking. Inconsistent. His decision making is rubbish generally, and he's got a fickle personality, but he's versatile. He is a committed player who gives his all, lots of room to grow, and is very brave, so could go into other positions. But yeah, fickle leader, young fullback, Miguel Soto. Again, it's not dreadful for the lower down players. It's not dreadful, right? Jordi in holding midfield or centre back, a low determination leader, young midfielder. Work rate 14, teamwork 13, bravery 12, jumping reach 13, natural fitness 13, free kick taking 11, technique 12. For sort of key attributes, marking 7, passing 7, concentration 6, strength 5, pace 7, stamina 9, aggression 9, anticipation 8. Yeah, it's not amazing. He's got a competitive streak. He is currently operating at the lower level, needs to improve his marking. He's not very determined, and his low level determination may hinder his game. So I agree with that. Versatile. He works really hard for the team. He's a committed player. He's got lots of room to grow, and he's very, very consistent. So again, it's not absolutely awful, is it? It's not. We're just bringing through consistent sort of squad player-ish youngsters which can easily go into the B team and learn their trade after they turn 19 as well. Javi is a centre-back or central midfielder, an unambitious leader young centre-back, 15 years old. He's 6 foot. He's got fitness 11, balance 15, aggression 13, bravery 13, decisions 13, determination 12, teamwork 12, marking 10, heading 7, tackling 6, strength 4, jumping reach 9, composure, concentration, anticipation 7 and 8. Yeah, I don't think you're a centre-back. I don't think you're ever going to make it as a centre-back. We're bringing through lots of competitive street players. Consistent is an issue. He's not at the right level. He's slow. He needs to work on his strength, and he's unambitious. But he is versatile. He's got a brave attitude and the strongest attitude. He's a committed player that gives his all, and he has got plenty of room to grow. So another one. I don't think it's absolutely dreadful, but probably the weakest I've seen so far, I think. Carlos, attacking midfield right or striker. 1-star current ability, 3-star potential. A low determination technical young striker. Finishing 15, passing 13, technique 14, flair 13, teamwork 15, agility 11, balance 13, fitness 12, pace 11. Again, it's not dreadful. He looks okay. I'd like that off the ball to be a bit higher. It's 8 at the moment. I think that's quite a hard attribute to improve as well. But composure 6, off the ball 8. I think they're the ones he needs to improve if he's going to be a sort of deadly striker. But yeah, again, it's not dreadful. It's not dreadful. The low determination is a big off-put and a big flag for me. But we'll see. He's got a competitive streak, obviously, in this youth intake. He's got no game intelligence. He's got low determination, needs to work on his strength. But he's versatile, committed player, lots of room to grow, great finishing. The ability to strike a ball sweetly makes him a good finisher. Even that description shows you and tells you that technique is linked into finishing, by the way. They're the sort of things you need to keep out for, you need to look out for in the game. The way things are worded do let you in to know what links together, by the way. That's a little sort of, not an Easter egg, I'm pretty sure people have worked it out, but that is a thing in the game. Alejandro Calvo, a defensive midfielder or centre-back, fairly professional physical defensive midfielder. He looks very good, straight off the bat. 5'10", 15 years old, stamina 12, fitness 13, balance 14, bravery 13, composure 12, determination 13, positioning 13, teamwork 11, vision 12, work rate 16, technique 11, tackling 11, passing 12, and marking 11. Yeah, he looks really good. Improve that heading, especially if we're going to put you at centre-back potentially, although jumping reach is a bit shit. So probably will be holding midfielder. But yeah, not bad. Get his strength up, get those mental attributes up, and you could be a very useful player. And in terms of cons, he's not got any bright red cons, which is really good. Needs to improve physically. He's not that consistent and isn't at the right level. But pros is versatility, a committed player, good personality for professional, lots of room to grow, and he's naturally fit, so it won't take much training to get him match sharp, which is very, very good. And again, up here, for those that don't know, the ones that are like orange are sort of like on the lower level of a con. If they're bright red, they're a very bad con. If they're lower level green, they're sort of like a slightly higher good. If they're bright green, like this DNA one, then that's really positive, is what they're telling you, for those that didn't know that as well. So it is always useful to look at those because they can be quite helpful. And obviously they're based on attributes, so they give you a bit more of an accurate oversight, I would say. Right, on to the top talents then. Carlos Alberto is up next. Spaniard, attacking midfield left, 1.5-star current, 4-star potential. Could be very, very good. A resilient leader, young winger with a mohawk that I know certain people in the chat or in the comment section will be very happy with. So, fitness 16, balance 14, agility 12, bravery 18, decisions 12, determination 15, flair 14, leadership 11, off the ball 11, teamwork 16, vision 11, work rate 12, technique 15, passing 13, and dribbling 11. Really good, just lacking a bit of pace because I don't like playing advanced playmakers out on the wing, although we could try and train him up to be a sort of advanced playmaker in behind the striker or potentially as a holding midfielder, but I think he's going to be a bit too weak to be a holding midfielder. So maybe behind the striker, because his passing is good, his technique is good, his decisions is good, his vision is decent, teamwork, work rate, determination. Yeah, I don't think you're a winger, mate. I think we're going to put you in there, because he's also got gets forward whenever possible, which would be awesome for that role, how we play it. He has got a competitive streak, slightly inconsistent, not quite at the right level. Needs to really improve his heading. What was heading? Where was heading? 4. Yeah, he does need to improve his heading. Versatility. Could improve a lot in the future. Strong attribute is brave in his work rate. Great personality to be resilient. And his bravery means he'll go into situations that other players may not. Okay, I like Carlos Alberto. I think if we retrain him to be an attacking midfielder, that could be very useful. Tijan Jama in central midfield. 1-star current ability, 4.5-star potential, apparently. An unambitious, intelligent young midfielder. 5'11", natural fitness 11, decisions 11, determination 15, teamwork 11, vision 14, work rate 13, passing 15, first touch 11. That's a pretty solid base. Technique 10, marking 10, finishing 10, bravery 10. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. Obviously prefers himself a bit more of an attacking midfielder than defensive, which sort of makes sense from the attributes. He is a little bit inconsistent. He needs to work on his fitness. He's not at the right level, not a good personality, he's unambitious, but that's from the scouts, and he needs to work on the heading department. He's got a second nationality, he's versatile, committed player that gives all of his cause, and his passing ability underlines his technical prowess, which is very nice to see. So he can pass the Gambian in Tijan Jama. We'll keep an eye on him and see how he does. Next up, David Martin, 1-star current ability, 3.5-star potential, holding midfield or centre-back. A realist, intelligent young midfielder, 6 foot, fitness 14, jumping reach 12, balance 14, aggression 11, bravery 14, composure 11, determination 17, positioning 13, teamwork 14, tackling 11. Yeah, you could be quite useful, I think. I'll probably say maybe centre-back, because he's got heading and marking both 9 already. Tackling's there, positioning's there, teamwork's there. He's determined, he's aggressive, he's brave, he's got decent jumping reach for a 15-year-old. I'd say probably a centre-back. His weakest or lack of area is fitness. He's not very consistent and he needs to work on his strength. But he's versatile, lots of bravery, committed player, lots of room to grow and a good personality because he's realistic with an outlook on things, which is good. Okay, David Martin in the van. Well, in the van. He needs to get a contract first, but he's going to be part of the youth team next year. Hugo Romero, another centre-back, 1-star current ability, 4-star potential. He is an unambitious technical young centre-back, not too bad. 6'6", jumping reach 12, balance 12, aggression 11, bravery 13, decision 12, marking 12, tackling 11, technique 12, heading 6, that needs to improve, and positioning 9 needs to improve. Concentration really needs to improve, and he's got a lot of cons. Competitive streak, injury proneness, lack of strength and fitness, unambitious, so not going to really further himself, and a lack of team ethic can put a burden on his teammates. But he is versatile, he's got a lot of bravery, he's good at marking and lots of room to grow. So that's an interesting one, because by those, I'd say those cons overrule everything you can sort of see. If he's injury prone and unambitious, I sort of feel like that's a really bad mix. But yeah, we'll see. We'll get your thoughts in the comment section below. Alvaro is another centre-back or left-back, 1-star current ability, 4-star potential, professional leader, young centre-back. So immediately a very good personality, which is good. 5'10", fitness 13, jumping reach 5, balance 13, acceleration 11, bravery 18, determination 15, flair 14, leadership 13, positioning 11, teamwork 13, technique 12, marking 12, heading 12. Okay, he's got good attributes as a sort of centre-back, and then not good attributes as a centre-back. And he's got some good attributes as a wing-back or a full-back, but then some attributes that are really not good for a full-back, like stamina 8, crossing 7 is pretty rubbish, and work rate 9 is not ideal. Yeah, not sure. He's got a competitive streak, obviously. Needs to be taught how to be an aerial presence. He's inconsistent and he needs to work on his strength, but he's versatile, a committed player, lots of room to grow. He's brave and he's got a good professional individuality and personality, which is good. So Alvaro's a bit of a mixed bag, I think. Alvaro, not too sure at the moment. Oscar Prieto can play holding mid, right mid, centre-back, right-back and central midfield. 1.5-star current ability, 4-star potential. A fairly professional leader, promising midfielder. He does look quite good. Look at that, cons. There's only 2. One of them is not right at the level, and one of them is strength, which we can definitely work on. That looks very positive indeed, talking about the cons. He's versatile, he's committed, he's got a good personality, he's lots of room to grow, and he is brilliant in the air, apparently. Yes, heading 16, marking 10, tackling 13, technique 14, work rate 15, vision 11, determination 11, bravery 16, anticipation 11, aggression 14, acceleration 11, agility 14, fitness 15, pace 14, stamina 13. He could be really good with those starting mentals and physicals. I think he could be quite good. I'm looking forward to seeing when he's 5'7". He can really head the ball, but he can't really jump. A bit like Tim Cahill could jump, couldn't he? Tim Cahill did have a good leap on him. Yeah, interesting. We'll keep an eye on Oscar Prieto. Now we get into the elite talents. Niels Granit was the leader of the group, so we'll look at the goalkeeper first. Mikel Castillo, 1-star current ability, 5-star potential. He is 15 years old, a balanced, assertive, promising goalkeeper. Aerial reach 13, command of area 12, communication 11, handling 10, kicking 10, one-on-ones 8, passing 11, reflexes 11, throwing 5, aggression 13, bravery 19, determination 12, leadership 13, balance 13, and jumping reach 11. He looks like he's going to be really good. Like, really good. I'm very excited about him. Competitive streak, obviously. A bit of inconsistency. And not at the right level, but that's not a problem. Dealing with crosses and high balls into the penalty area is a strength of his, which is good. Balance the normal personality and lots of room to grow. So he's 5'11", but his jumping reach is 11, and his handling at 10 is not too bad. His aerial reach is good. Command of area is good as well. So yeah, he should come and claim those crosses. I'm excited by the goalkeeper. Yes, very much so. Right, and then the Frenchman that has come through our ranks, 1.5-star current ability, 4.5-star potential, attacking midfield right. Niels Granit is a fairly determined, technical, promising winger who looks very good. Who looks very, very good. His agility is terrible at 5, but he's 5'9", not too worried about a winger. His pace is so slow. I don't want you to be a playmaker out there, though. That's the problem. Acceleration 10, pace 9, but looking at the positives, balance 12, fitness 12, stamina 11, aggression 12, composure 13, decisions 12, determination 16, flair 16, teamwork 19, work rate 16, technique 18, passing 12, vision 11, first touch 13. You scream playmaker in the middle of the park, mate. You scream probably holding midfield playmaker, work on his defensive attributes, or in behind the striker, work on his finishing. Because he's already got the composure. If you work on his finishing, potentially dribbling, I think you've got a playmaker there, right? Let me know down below what you think we should do with Niels Granit, because I don't like playing advanced playmakers out on the wing. And for him to be a effective presence out there would have to really work on his pace and acceleration, which I think is quite hard to improve in the game. I'm not 100% sure. I've never really looked at it and focused on it. But in terms of the cons, his lack of strength and fitness means he should be in the gym. He's not at the right level, that's fine. And his agility. Lack of agility results in the inability to react quickly to dynamic changes of direction. Yeah, which means he's not going to be beating people with the ball. He's looking to use his intelligence, really. He's versatile. He's got a good personality, lots of room to grow. Bravery and work rate make him a good team player, and he works well within a team. I'm excited by Niels Granit. I am excited by Niels Granit. And that is our youth intake for 2038. Let me know your thoughts down below. If you want to, go and check us out on Twitch. I'm going to get that in there at the end. But yeah, twitch.tv/culturedleftfoot, by the way. Please do leave a subscribe, like if you enjoy the video, everything that. Subscribing is free, and we want to hit 10,000 before FM25 would be ideal. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on that intake. I'm very excited. I'm very excited by the future of this club. We are consistently now bringing through good talents that can adapt and sort of take our club to the next level. So we're not having to replace lots of people all the time. We're just replacing the odd player here or there. And I think that's pretty good. Unlike this season where it's transitional, we did get rid of quite a few and overhaul the squad and bring through a number of younger players. But I think you go through that in these youth academy saves. You have a season where you just like, right, we've got to change and bring in the next load. And then that next group tend to take you to the next level, and then you're just filling in the blanks and the bad spots with the people that come through your youth academy. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Thank you so much for listening to me ramble on. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.